What's up, guys? Back in today with another reaction to Ikoku Nikki, this time with episode 8, I think. Episode 9. Great episode last time out. Bit of a tantrum being thrown by the daughter, but and understandably so. But yeah, nice of everyone to go out and find her. Really loved the ending visuals. I thought they were fantastic, kind of representing the characters' headspaces and situations. Bit of a girls' drink up here. I get you. Yeah, yeah. Indistinguishable, but makes perfect sense. Yeah, I can't lie to you guys. I've sorry for the late reaction. I was meant to have a little nap, but my alarm didn't go off. Or maybe I just slept through it. I don't know. Bit annoying. An epiphany. No. Our jar a mess, not so much. Nice. I think that was like pickled, which is like pickling. I don't know. I'm really not familiar with that process, but yeah, bit of a messy jar of veggies right there. Not all clear. Yeah, it might take me a minute or two to kind of fully wake up, guys. I was like, oh shit. I'm not sure what it is. I'm not sure if it's just a new like alarm thing from Apple. I don't know why they changed it up. Just like I swear they just changed it up to change it up, man. Who the fuck needs the alarm fucking app changing? But they have changed it. But yeah, not too handy when you've got like a quite deep and intricate show like this where you try to pay a lot of attention to. Like to be like nice and fresh. Yeah, not awfully handy. I don't want to miss any little detail. Intersect. Yeah, I'm hoping we finally hear some of our main character make some music, to be honest. Oh, your family didn't just die. Clearly. Does she? Doesn't look like she would. They don't sound half bad. I think it'll probably be quite easy to delude yourself into thinking you sound really good as a band like that. I love that face. I've never been myself. I could probably use it though. I've always been kind of scared to, though, to be honest with you. Scared for someone else to delve deep into my psyche and such. Yes. Any kind. Get some horse meat when I go. That's a unique kind of hard, isn't it? I imagine. I think I've heard this. Sometimes you're just like, yeah, as we see, you're just like empty, and sometimes you've just got like things just absolutely flowing out of you, and you got to capture those moments. You got to can't let them go to waste because of moments like that where you got nothing. I was thinking that when we spoke about like the original songs, it'd be interesting to hear what she would come up with. Style, music, lyrics. You can get any help from Macchio, like yeah. Well, I've been looking forward to hearing more about the music stuff because I mean maybe my favorite thing about music is the stories it tells and such. Like same with anime and movies. Usually, it's like a foretelling of the, especially with like manga and anime. Usually, like a foretelling of the author's life. It says a lot about them as people, their experiences. Same with music. I don't really listen to rap music anymore. I used to love rap music. Now it's just sex, money. I mean, it's always had a bit of that in it, but they were just like small parts of a bigger thing. Now it is all just like nonsense. You asked for it. That's this what I kind of said about the psychiatrist. It's scary to ask like an expert anything when it's like to do with someone quite close to you. and to know you're going to get critiqued big time on it. Okay. Pen is much in the sword. But that's where that saying comes from, maybe. Put your whole life on the line for. Yeah. Talking about nonsense. I've heard heard her say that a couple of times now, haven't we? And it goes with the visuals we've been seeing. Yeah, you need to up your word usage. Speaking this weird type of Japanese right now. It's like half understandable, but yeah. Why am I so shit? Yeah, you've just started. Like, come on. I mean, yeah, good point, but like, give yourself a break. You've literally just started. Oh, they were absolutely pissed from the looks of it. Yeah, of course, with your upbringing, you'd think that. Yeah, depends on the type of person you're dealing with, doesn't it? I suppose this is so getting kind of used to this more free kind of upbringing here, isn't it? Doesn't really know what to make of it, does she? Confronted by things that she's probably never experienced. Like, why am I bad at this? Your whole structure and yeah, everything's changed. Anything, it kind of shows she's going about things in a new way that's unfamiliar, that she's currently kind of struggling with. But like I said, she's only just starting. How's this? I'm just gonna ignore her. I don't know. I do love this woman's voice actress. Uh, Atos Quintana. There's a few other roles, I think. That husky kind of voice. can be massively, I'd assume. It's just like Z, but like no, not at all. Again, I accept what I said. I feel like it probably can be massively, especially like the aspect of meeting someone that's like read your work and connected to it. As I said, with this kind of media and stuff like the music and the anime and manga, it's like, as I said, you're putting yourself out there, putting your personal stories and thoughts and questions, principles, ideologies and such out there. So to feel people connect to that, I feel like would be an amazing feeling. I also feel like, as with loads of things, you get a lot of people kind of hate on your stuff that look totally like, that have the totally opposite kind of opinions and such. So especially critically, I imagine it's very tough to get like shat on in that regard. But you see with like actors and actresses, like they have these like Razzie awards of like the worst actors and actresses, and a lot of them have won some of the bigger awards for good work. It's like you got to have a bit of both, haven't you? You got to have some. You got to release some shit, some mild shit, as we're talking about here, to kind of also release the good stuff. That's why this isn't really related, but it's why I kind of hate. I have my own like rating system for like movies and such that I think is like fair. Um, and I hate the people that rate everything. I mean, you can rate things whatever the hell you want, but I really see an issue with the people that rate everything like a 4, 4.5, like 5 out of 5. If everything's going to be that high rated, how do you distinguish between the truly great stuff, the stuff that you love, like the stuff that you truly love, and the stuff that's just like good? I've always kind of thought that's like an issue. Like, yes, you like everything, but how can you massively kind of distinguish between the things that really connect to you? Yeah, sorry for going a bit of a yap session there. But like, I see people like rate things like 5 out of 5 for every movie they watch, and I just like don't get it. It's like, okay, which of these movies do you prefer? And then why are they like rated the same? I guess it's none of my business, but yeah. I feel like, again, a lot with like the ratings and such, like a 7 out of 10 is like a 5 out of 10 nowadays, if you know what I'm saying. People are like, why you rate it so bad? No, I rated it evenly. But yeah, bit away from the point there. Apologies. Yeah, I can. As I said, I imagine it's pretty unfulfilling until some of those kind of moments which I was speaking about, where you like meet a reader or something. I'd assume where you actually kind of get some positive critique and feedback. I can't imagine the financial aspect is that appeasing to authors and such. Actually, of course, it's nice, make money, but yeah. Yeah, I've said this before. I remember my first day at primary school, I pooed myself getting out of the car, I think, and straight back home. Sci lit, like some sci-fi literature. Well, I was always terrible at making those decisions when I was younger. Still am. And her cuteness. be Jen. She does look quite frail and skinny, this woman, doesn't she? That's the thing, isn't it? There's so many opportunities, especially at a young age like this. Almost too much. To just put yourself in a box. Everyone's got their own directions. Where are you headed? As I said, even to this day, I don't think I ever like fully decided. Especially when I was younger, I never like everybody had their like dream jobs of like fireman, police officer, astronaut. I never, still to this day, I don't really ever have one. I mean, the closest thing I had was teaching. I always, well, I say always, I did kind of. I've always thought maybe my life would be better off, better used to maybe help others in some kind of way. But I always then thought about the shit I gave a lot of teachers, and I was probably a bit of a nightmare student for a few of them. I really connected with like a fair few, but others I just like couldn't connect with at all. Teachers, so I guess I always maybe wanted to be one of the teachers I like really got along with and such. But not exactly the most practical job actually, which is really unfortunate. Like the pay's not amazing considering the work. Like, you get some nice time off, yeah, but as I said, like the amount of work and such, the disrespected job, I'd say, from the government and stuff, an undervalued job. And again, probably the closest thing of yeah, one I like, wish I'd had. Maybe still could in the future, but yeah, I'm not sure I'm absolutely like responsible. Also, pretty mundane compared to like an astronaut. Or, yeah. But as I said, it just feels overwhelming with the amount of possibilities. There's so much yet there's not. Love this tea, by the way. I feel you, Makio. I feel you. Like even with my YouTube stuff, like yeah, who knows? I might have to like stop it at any point, and it's like yeah, unfortunate because I'd love to be able to do this but I know I'm not nearly as good at it as like a lot of people. uh, and it's just some really interesting points in that regard today, wasn't there? Like I said, I still don't like me. I'm still kind of wandering, endlessly wandering the vast desert of, again, so much possibility yet such indecision. And is there even really that much possibility? Or was what's it called? What they call that in the desert? A mirage. Yeah, I've just kind of always got along, to be honest. I used to be a top 500 Overwatch player, not on PC, probably professional if that's the case, on Xbox. So I used to like sell some like coaching and such, and I kind of got along like making money off being really good at that. You just play Doomfist if you're interested. So quite an unfair character. Back when he was good, they kind of ruined him quite a bit with the newer game. I haven't played that in years just because I played it so much. Like it did turn into a job. That was one of my worries with this as well. It's like, oh, if that game that I ended up like that I really liked initially kind of felt like it turned into a job where it was a nuisance. I was kind of scared that watching anime on my channel would be the same. It's like, oh, when I've got to make it like something I have to do, it won't be the same as when I was just like loving it in my own time. And I definitely sometimes wish that I could maybe like binge through something in my own time, or go at it at my own pace. And yeah, but I feel like I've done a really good job at not having that kind of effect where it feels like a job. It still feels like something I really love doing, especially when you get anime like this, like things that really stand out. Sometimes it can feel a bit like when I'm watching things like a good recent example would be I forget what it's called now. Like a I forget what it's called now, but like a massive like popular action show, for example, that's got like little to no story but like really good animation. You feel kind of pressured to watch it because it gets a lot of views. People really like it. People want to see you watch it, but I'm like not an awfully big fan, so I kind of continue along, and it gets to a point where it's just like it's a bit draining on me. Maybe feel like a bit like Makia when she's like struggling to write. Quite different, I know, but maybe it's a similar feeling of like unfulfillment where it's just like, yeah, I mean, it feels it's doing all right, but it feels kind of soulless, and I usually end up dropping those type of shows. Whereas maybe logistically, even like the stuff I watch on my channel that maybe gets like 20, 30 views, and I should stop doing them because it kind of kills my algorithm or whatever. But I just like, as I said, I feel like if I do that, that'll be the points where I don't, where it does again turn into like a job, turns into something that I don't want to do, but I like have to do, and I don't really want to ever get it to that point. But yeah, enough of my whole spiel. Although this kind of episode encouraged that a little bit, I would say. Really awesome stuff here. Seeing seeing the daughter in the process of trying to write a song. I mean, just getting a little bit of taste of what Makio goes through. Just a little taste. But yeah, love the perspectives of things we've got today. Again, Makio still figuring things out, as we can kind of tell, I think. Not quite as badly as me, maybe, and other people like figuring themselves out still, but yeah, really really awesome topics discovered today. This one was a little bit more of a theoretical episode, would you call it? I'm not really sure how you'd say, but there was a lot of like mindfulness discussed today. A lot of yeah, I'm not really sure what the correct word to say is, but really enjoyed it. Again, some points I resonate with. a lot. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought about this episode. The comment section, as I said, I literally just woke up, so I probably missed quite a few things here and there. Apologies. But yeah, I'd love to hear what you guys have to say, your opinions, and again, maybe some details I missed. I'd love to hear. Especially some of your thoughts on this episode. Leave a like on the video if you guys did like, though, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date with these weekly reactions. And I'll catch you guys next week with episode 10, I believe.